Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 with my continuing playthrough look at Hearts of Iron 4's Black Ice. Now, I do want to apologize. This whole series is just not done well. We've had several restarts because some of my fault, some the Black Ice teams releasing a new version. And I will, when I get home and get a chance, I'm still at my secret mountain base that I'm building. That's actually rather true, that statement. But as I get home, I'll be able to better, on my home system, not my laptop, show how to make a video on how to create a single mod or a group of mods that won't update when the thing updates automatically on Steam. How to have it all onto your own computer. And I didn't get warning of that. Now, of course, I could have, should have, when I first started the series, just do that. But I thought I was going to have plenty of time because I had been looking at, like, I don't know, 4 to 6 months or more before updates with the main version. But they updated it with no warning, so didn't do that. And so we got this right. Well, as you can see, we've established, come up over here, the German theater, which is not yet organized. Do we have somebody to command it? We have an Austrian, and we have another guy. No, we're not going to stick with this. I'm thinking of that. Let's take a look at it. Okay, we're doing this. This is over. Here, there we are. Okay, let's look over here. Is there going, or is there a, there is, now, I want to look at motor transport here. Okay, we've got negative 400 light vehicles, negative 76 normal transport trucks. Well, we have positive 800 heavy transport trucks, which are used at the divisional level, as well as for supply, motorizing supply, and 340 artillery tractors. Keep these heavy artillery, which we're down 118. Okay, that is partially why we haven't done some of these units here, which we will, because these are taking a standard infantry division and motorizing it, and maybe reorganizing it to some degree. Right, that is good. Let's look here at construction. Okay, we are actually doing fairly well with doing mostly military construction here, military ICs. We have 70, we're using 73% of our energy, so we have headroom there. Okay, and we have a lot of political power. Do we want to use, okay, that's command power, which we have some. Couldn't hit all of these. We don't need any more weekly stability. Focus on people's problems. We don't need to do that. Ban domestic parties. Stop diplomatic efforts. Train the workforce. Research speed down. Production capacity. 90 days. Stability and war support. I think we could slow down research a little bit. Hello, Arno. How you doing? Good to have another friend here. We already did have Nick Wilson or Singh. Yeah, we'll train the workforce some. We'll get that for 90 days. All right, well, I'm going to open a Coke, I feel like. And things start tapping as soon as I start drinking a Coke. Okay. The Treaty of Madrid. So, the Spanish Civil War ends in December 1938, and it was midway through 39, I believe, when it historically ended. So that will be helpful for us to have somewhat of a friendly power. I'm doing quite well. I'm still up at my secret mountain base. I'm not getting as much stuff done as I want to each day. Just things are taking slower and more time, but things are getting done. Building it out here, so should be doing really well eventually. Okay, the Lima conference held in Lima, Peru. Good thing they were able to hold it where they named it. Yes, concludes with the adoption of Declaration of American Solidarity representatives. Yes. Okay, now. Yeah, we need more military factories to get those trucks and things into production. Hey, there's a bug, Arno. You get to use your sword and whack it. Not a bug, sorry, a bot. Boy. Okay, another. Well, we were seeing how we need lots of trucks, but we're also needing light vehicles. So we're going to add another light vehicle. Regular divisions need to use light vehicles now. I'm going to wait a little bit on. There we go. On getting that steel up. The end, excuse me, the end of the Spanish Civil War. Yes. So that means we can continue playing at this speed, not having to micromanage. Now, I think we may be a bit down on food. So okay, computing machines that help all research. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Oh, right. That will help with some of the food. Yes, the mighty sword of doom. Resources penalty, factory output. I like all of that as being a positive thing, so let's do that. Infantry weapons.
Angetreten. Ausrücken. Befehle. Ausrücken.
Okay, sell rifles to Tibet. We have finally received news from the scientific expedition to Tibet that was sent there to study hypnosis, that the area is the... boy, this is badly written, at least for me, that the area is the region of origin of our peoples. In addition, it will try to meet some ancient sage. The expedition will try to meet some ancient sages and try to study a mysterious force, the Vril. Okay, this is going into fantasy here. The response, however, was quite surprising, as the Tibetan government asked members of the expedition if they could possibly acquire some German firearms. Okay, this could be the first step towards an alliance to attack India. There is no interest in trade with these isolated people. Okay, it can take up to 2 weeks to send equipment and receive payment. Send 500 infantry to Tibet. Old ones go first. Political power. Okay, we'll do this. That is... There was not in 39, but earlier there was an expedition up there, but they weren't trying to study Vril, but they were trying to study genetics of the people there in a weird sort of way.
Achtung!
You see, okay. Gamers mini rant here. Not really like super upset, but a little disappointed. For those of you who don't know, I have made a mod, fairly successful one, and then it's probably had 60,000 plus downloads, for Black Ice for Hearts of Iron 3, called Third Reich Events. And I kept it mostly very historical. I did cover I forget. When I make mods or do prepared things, I check and research the history and things in detail. But I think like a 1934 or 1935 expedition to Tibet that the Nazis definitely helped fund and support, and they published a book about. So it's not like now there may have been, how shall we put this, secret elements to it, but it wasn't a secret mission, which is a bit, so people knew that it was happening because, hey, afterwards they published a book. And they were definitely doing things like making casts of people's faces, measuring their scalps in weird sort of ways that the Nazis cared about. And within that, I said, hey, do you want to fund another expedition there? Kind of thing, based off this sort of book and whatnot. And you have a yes, binary yes or no, do you want to do this? And all it does, just is improve diplomatic opinion for Tibet and Germany by a minuscule amount. So it's something that didn't happen, but something that could have happened. And it's highlighting an earlier real event. The Vril thing. And I've seen some of the quote-unquote documentaries on it that are highly suspicious in my mind. There was definitely a book published sometime in the late 20s into the early 1930s that does talk about this Vril. Vril is sort of like a power, a magic thing, if I get it right. But to my knowledge, it was never really thought of as create a new theater with these guys. Just get them out of this big one. And so, but that doesn't come, again, the Vril doesn't come anywhere that I can see into any of the SS sorts of esoteric beliefs. There is a difficulty in selling arms to Tibet in that you got to go through Britain. And I don't know that Britain really wants Germany selling arms to Tibet. They let the expeditions going through, and the expeditions very well may have had a few guns with them, but not significant arms. I don't know if that would have, I don't know how difficult it would have been. I just, and I had planned and never really got to making it, but making a mod called the Hidden Reich, and that was to be a sort of a fun fantasy, esoteric, National Socialist type weird mod, but it was going to be labeled as such, not labeled as history. I I don't know. I thought better of the Black Ice team than to either do that as bad history or do what that as a joke put in it. So yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just sort of my prejudice here, basing things around history. Okay, Cuba, joint policy. Okay, so lots of stuff getting done here. Right. "21 days treaty with USSR." I think we'll do that. Could have done that earlier. Okay. Um, no. Hoping to get massive Chilean earthquake. Now slowly moving on. Oh, so aircraft types. We are in 38, but we're going to be looking at 39. Just got that. Yeah, let's do heavy fighters. More. Okay. Let's, because I am a bit worried about the rations, and I did give or sell or whatever a lot of food, and maybe more than I should as Germany. Let's see about another industrial form. That should help with the food. How bad are we on trucks? Probably so bad that, yeah. Well, yeah, 118 negative. A lot more on light vehicles. So let's do light vehicles. We need more steel, more stahl. Okay. Iron. Well, that gets us to being a good position for the steel here. It's fine to have the negatives here and like here. Just means that it's not fully funding the possible refineries that we're doing, but so long as we are manufacturing enough here, we're good. And also, part of the reason I'm doing this is to fund more imports. Who isn't? Oh, maybe they are. Okay, we are now in 39, so
Bereit.
do that. We're going to move you to another German theater here.
Angetreten.
Just thinking of using a little bit of the command power here. And for officers' corps, nothing we can do there. Just don't have enough for the Navy. We're good with the Army. Truck radios, good. The equipment support battalions is going to do that. Okay, that does free up HQs, reinforcement rate, coordination, planning speed. Now, question is, do we want to do that right now? That particular one. Okay, we're now in 39. Industrial construction speed. Or do we want to just come over here and do this? This. Do that. Pine coals. Very good. Not start a new one. New production line. We want to come over here and update this one. Okay, treaty with USSR. Other research slot. Well, I think maybe time to get the fate of Czechoslovakia determined here. Oh, well, we can do lessons from Spanish campaign first. That's 28 days. Yeah, let's do that. Since we had the Spanish campaign, let's learn from it. I have a bit of a dry throat today. I don't know if I'm sounding it bad or not, but I do have it. Up at my mountain base, it is sort of high altitude and dry, as you might expect, but yes, division movement is good. And my other aircraft, one, research. Okay, we just got that. Let's come over and get, well, yeah, get better Stukas. Okay, improve submarine engines. Yes, okay. There we go. We gained another research slot. And that is okay, good. Here we can that going and what type of submarine could we research? Ooh, that's 600 days in advance. Let's see if there's something more useful to do that's more efficient to do. Cruise torpedoes, I guess. Okay, commercial processing. More farms. Pitch. Industrial farm construction speed faster, but let's see here. Okay, oil extraction factor 8%, fuel gain increase, coal output down, synthetic production energy cost increased, synthetic refinery construction speed reduced, excavation, we'll do that because that helps not just oil but other things as well. India's first solar observatory satellite. Oh, well, cool. Cool. It's nice to see India developing technologically. We're going to get enough trucks done. What are tanks up at the top? Yeah. Okay, we're getting some of those produced. Let's. Any news from America? Lots of news. We're in a bit of a chaotic state right now, but that's about it, I would say. Now, we have 30% or 33% of the needs for all the infantry battalions. Radios. Okay, well, let's special forces. I think we're thinking of mountain troops or something. Embargo? Oh no, we don't care. China. Why would we want to embargo it? So low. Well, okay, we're getting transport trucks at negative 53. Need a lot more radios, mountain equipment. Remove tank armor. Nice.
Achtung!
Well, we could motorize. Yeah. I guess we'll do that.
Befehle?
Okay, steel mill upgrade plans. So we'll need. Yeah, we'll be down on light vehicles and trucks for a while for this unit. We don't need a train running here. Hey Eric, how you doing? I have snow in my place, but not nearly as, or snow at my place, but not nearly as much as you do. I presume you still have snow there from the earlier photos. Okay. Welding, production capacity plus one. Yeah, you guys really doing the snow thing. Okay. This is taking a long time, but we're mostly finished with that, and we'll get to do some of that. So, okay, civilian constructions, plant construction speed down, but engine production capacity per assembly plant 1, dockyard, another production. Yeah, we'll do this. What is? Nobody will still do this. Uh-huh. Okay, record temps almost. I presume record low. Yeah. On the freedom unit scale, it does get down into the low 20s at night here, but I generally don't go out. So I did have Javelina show up again last night looking for food, but lessons from the Spanish campaign, very good. And now the fate Czechoslovakia. Hey, Beam Slam. You like snow? Well, good for you. There's a little bit out on the ground outside at my place right now. I wouldn't even call it an inch thick. And it's just over little areas of shade. The Japanese army embraces Nanshinran. Okay, good. Yeah, I think we want to continue to do this. Because now I say I think, everyone, obviously we have production capacities here. So the best scene here, maybe. Um, yeah, 25 engine. So yeah, so we have 25 free, 74 free, 30. So we have the ability to currently expand various engine and tank hull assembly type and aircraft assembly capabilities. We're now at almost 75% use of power, of electricity. So we're doing reasonably well with that, it seems. And there's many other things to build here now, and I'm not absolutely sure, but I do know we need more things like tank radios, trucks, and whatnot. So I am going with expanding here. Okay, same. Some cars here, Cough electric cars. Cough is really struggling with battery. Yeah, especially my understanding is lithium batteries, not batteries, but lithium batteries do poorly in cold or very cold, or maybe it's just very cold. They do poorly in. So if let's do trucks. We'll do 2 more factories in trucks. So, and I think most cars use lithium batteries, so they're going to do very bad. To the best of my knowledge, nothing still beats the good old internal combustion engine. There's some good points with electric engines. The biggest downside is battery. We're down on rubber. Battery recharge rates is my understanding. Okay, we could do a lot more synthetic fuel production. So let's that. Yes, we should be doing that. And synthetic rubber, we should be doing that. Okay, we're almost full on fuel. So let's zero that out. We can also zero out and we got all that synthetic there. It's going to use up more of our power. See, we jumped up from just under 75 to just over 77. And we can probably do, yes, one thing less on, or even more. Let's do one more less. We are going to be expanding some of our rubber use here shortly. Okay, food. No, we're going to refuse. We're not selling any more of our food. We are stockpiling. And I think we're going to end the episode here. I want to thank everyone who's made it this far. If you have any questions, comments, please post them below. Love to hear from you. See you next time for, yes, more Hearts of Iron.